for joining me, guys. This is Mike Hamilton with the just past the middle of the week now, so time to assess where these weekly charts are. And I think this is a very interesting chart here. This is the Dow on the daily, right, weekly on the left. And I actually am beginning to think this could bust up big time. I think what's likely to happen is we're going to get some kind of resolution on the Greece agreement. Whether or not this is a longer term solution or not is neither here nor there at the moment, but if that's the case, and this trend line here is holding as it held on the close on Friday, and we start holding above 18,000, then that leaves the gate open for a push into this resistance area, and then longer term in the coming weeks a push up to perhaps 18,500. Obviously that could all change at the blink of an eye if we start to break down under 17,900. And on the data front, we have Chinese manufacturing overnight. So by the time we get to our desks in the morning, in the Euro session, we are going to find out if we're going to see any major contraction in China, or if we're going to hit these sort of levels. Anything under 50 is psychologically very bad, very weak. Under the 50 mark just shows that this economy, the Chinese economy, is just not holding up. It could potentially start to contract faster. Then when we're getting to the main European session in London, we get European inflation, and then we get UK retail sales. UK retail sales and public sector borrowing projected to be slightly worse. So that could take the shine off the pound pairs, and we'll look at in a minute. And we've got weekly jobs at 1:30 UK time. So looking across the markets, really sweet move off of this major weekly support down here, 175, and I couldn't trade it. My platform went down, and I couldn't trade it. So by the time the platform was back, I had to leave the office, and most of this move was over. So really awful day from that point of view. Still, we have the prospect of a pullback. If we can get a pullback to ideally 950, but we'll see what the London Open gives us. If the Chinese data is weak, this could have a major impact on this anyway, and hopefully drag it back for us. So the other pound pairs, the pound US, I said last week when we had these little reversal bars up here, I'm not counting these as sellers bars. I'd wait till the early part of the week, and then here we are pushing up into this level here. So my target here is 152.50, and again dollar seems to be very weak at the moment, and a pullback to 150, ideally dip it lower. 149.80 any lower will be a bit of a gift to see if we can buy that, and then see if we can push higher. Euro, I shorted Euro, got trapped in a short at plus 15 points up when the platform went down, but thankfully the broker has I would have moved my stop down, I couldn't move the stop by that time, the platform were gone. So the broker did actually consider that and refunded me and put me back where I would have been had I been in control of the account, so that's great. That's what I'd expect. Been with that broker for quite a while, so no need to get upset, just sort it out and move on. And here we are, absolutely, this euro does not know where to go. It's just sitting waiting for Greek news basically, and so if we get some positive Greek news, I think we could shoot up to these resistance levels, at which point into next week, we can look for some selling, but I wouldn't look for any more selling. Wouldn't look for selling at the moment, because the shorts at the moment are just, on the whole, not working. Quick look at the other main charts. US dollar CAD is at best sideways. If we start slipping under this 122, that could leg down to 120. US dollar yen, talked about this being one of the better forex trade charts out there. Couldn't trade it. Actually moved down to the point I was looking at, 930 area. That's currently just under 120, so that's a pullback as well. But I will be concentrating on the pound pairs. Pound Aussie. This is a really nice one. You can see on this daily, very choppy, but this will be a main focus of mine. Any pullbacks into 193, I would like to get long, because I think this is ultimately going to bust up big time. I think we're coming up for a big move in this one. And so let's have a look at oil. Oil has been pretty poor. I think we need a full pullback to 54.50, and the overnight Chinese data might just provide that. We'll see. Otherwise, I would steer clear and wait until we get the pullback. Plenty of time to trade it if it does drop, and hold. We can wait until we get a pullback the next day. Right, that's where I'll leave it. No, I won't. I'll just look at a couple of stocks and see where we are on these stocks. Baidu, yeah, no, this talked about this on top, Traders Round Table. I'm looking for a close above this 214, which I think we're actually going to get. But if the data overnight is weak, that could just fall through the floor. So symbolic of markets that are holding up and potentially could move higher. Obviously, we're right mid of a busy week for earnings. Facebook are publishing tonight, I think, so we'll look at Facebook in a minute. Goldman's, that's a buy signal. Risk reward ratio is not great, on the basis that we've got resistance up here, but actually it could just about stretch to 2.5 to 3 to 1 on that. So well worth a look. Bank of America has been trying to hold, so you can see the weekly support under here. Again, this could bust up big time. If we come out of this week clear on indices, that could drag these charts up. Apple, another bellwether stock, it's creeping up. That is looking as if we could get up to those highs again. I would, if you want to trade this, I would try and buy 127.40. And then the other one we were going to look at, there's eBay. So look at Amazon. That's not a good chart. Looks as if it wants to pull back to that 38. It could potentially just go from there, but does look as if it wants to hang back. Some text. Cree, let's look at Cree. Ooh, that's nasty. I think this is an earnings play. Let's just see if you get any kind of pullback on that one to 33.95, because that one looks as if that's coming back. Just one thing on the Dow. What we've actually had done, what's actually happened on this Dow is we had a Sunday gap opening, and today's low is at 50 is right on the on Friday's close. So they've closed the gap on Friday's close and then dragged it up. Something to watch out for. Had I had a platform and been at my desk, I would have been all over that. Okay, so I'll leave it there, and look forward to seeing you in the trading room and the Skype room tomorrow.